In a case of illegal limbo, a Lafayette home at 1913 Salem Street became a scrapyard and squatter house. And the first of a multi-part series on the city's crackdown on debilitated properties, News 18's Joe Paul shares more about the city's unprecedented move to tear the house down.
As far as we could tell, it was just a lot of the homeless around Lafayette that were squatting here trying to find a place to get out of the weather.
Daniel Galloway's lived near this property for 4 years. What's now a vacant lot was once a home, falling into disrepair and devolving into a makeshift scrapyard and haven for squatters.
There were always 1 or 2, maybe 3 regulars that you would see, but the names, and the faces, they just were constantly changing.
Public records show the property's owned by a late married couple. City officials say their sons never transferred the title. The final straw before the city took the unprecedented step of an emergency demolition, a fire in February with more than a dozen people inside.
It could have been up to 14 people.
Dave Thomas is a fire inspector for Lafayette Fire Department.
There was a generator in the rear of the house with extension cords, wood burner stove. I think we probably would have had a different situation if the fire had occurred at 2 a.m. or when people are asleep without electricity. Don't know if they had smoke alarms.
It cost taxpayers more than $20,000 to get to this point, $16,000 for the demolition, but leading up to that, 4 city-organized cleanups at $1,100 each.
We were cleaning up garbage trucks full of trash that is accumulated on the property.
Jay Rosine's a building inspector for the city.
And we're not talking just 1 garbage truck, we're talking probably at least 2. It became a huge pile of trash that needed to be cleaned up.
Now an empty footprint, a home leveled and lives displaced.
My main focus is I just hope those people still have somewhere they can go.
Well, in part 2 of this series, they'll look at landlords who become repeat offenders. You can also find out how to report a problem property by clicking on this story on our website at WLFI.com.